Hello everyone. I just wanted to film the last part of my August wrap-up and the last part of the news update. I was able to complete part of what I wanted to do. The first book I finished, again at the end of the month, was Keep Out Claudia, which I used for the Ancient Runes. It Exceeds Expectations. And this one, along with all the other Babies in the Club books, I give a 3 or a 4 to. This one I gave a 4 to because it touched on a really sad topic, racism, and I love how each of these books dives into all of those kind of different topics. And this one was a hard one, and I wish that racism did not exist in the world anymore, but I know it does. And then probably could have been some more depth to this book, but overall, for being middle grade, it wasn't bad. I also finally finished Tiny Pretty Things. This one I'm giving 3 stars. It was for Defense Against the Dark Arts, acceptable. And this one, the main plot is it's a really competitive ballet company where everyone's going to school and there's a lot of petty crimes and different things that take place. And if you are a character-driven book and a slow-moving plot, this book is for you. If you like a fast-moving plot, like me, it wasn't my favorite. It really drew me in because it kind of reminded me of the movie Sun and Stage, but with more drama in different ways. And trigger warning for any of those who like eating disorders. Big trigger warning there. And then for also Defense Against the Dark Arts, outstanding, I read Jane Austen's World. This one I gave 3 stars. It kind of dives into couple page snippets of different aspects of Jane Austen's time, like the army, manners, just a lot of different things. It does kind of read like a textbook with a lot of information, so I wouldn't suggest reading it cover to cover for anyone who wants to read it in the future. But it just makes me want to read Jane Austen's books all over again. I'm such a sucker for them. For History of Magic acceptable, I read The Wicked King, which is the second in the Cruelest Prince. I don't know what the series is called, but anyway. Since it's a sequel, I can't talk too much about it. I hadn't read The Cruel Prince in a while, so I kind of forgot some of the details, but I was able to get into the story quite well without it. And I'm giving this one a good 4 stars. I can't wait to read the next book in the series. For the outstanding History of Magic book, I reread Anna and the French Kiss. Originally, I gave this 5 stars. I'm knocking it down to a 3 stars. This was one of the first books I read when I discovered BookTube a couple years ago. And in this one, Anna goes to a boarding school in France. And it is a problematic love story. I can see why people have issues with it now that I was able to overlook before. But I couldn't get into the story as much as I did the first time for some reason. With that being said, I was able to complete the Library and NEWTs track that I was on, which was technically 8 books, but I read 9 for that. And then the rest of these are all different ones that I snuck in yet. I read Goodnight Moon, trying to sneak in the last minute cover, because at that point I still hadn't given up that I could read 37 books. So this one was Astronomy Exceeds Expectations, and this one I gave 4 stars. I don't know if I read it as a child, but it's a really cute story for those children who are really close to sleeping but haven't easily fall asleep, that's for sure. And I had to return it from the library, but I did read Spellslinger by Sebastian de Castile. And that one was for, I put it in divination. That I'm giving 4 stars because I hated the way they used the word fat multiple times. That one just doesn't sit well with me. And I did request the Knits book in the series from the library. I'm giving it a shot. It was a surprising read. I knew nothing about spell slinging until it was recommended as a group book by Book Roast. And I'm glad I picked it up, actually, besides the fat. And I read Three Sides of a Hunt, which one Divination Exceeds Expectations. And that one, I'm giving 2 suns. I love love triangles, but these stories just did not seem to sit well with me. And I remember hearing someone talk about they didn't really recommend the book, and I can see why. Short stories don't sit well with me to begin with, but this one was a really missed book for me. And I did finish The Iron Knight, which I forget which one the canonical name for that one was, but I'm giving it 4 stars. And that is a sequel in the Island Phase series, so I can't talk too much about it. But I really liked it. I'm really liking the series, which I know it was a recommended book by my friend. Like the whole series, but I don't always like the taste, so I was surprised that I really like it. The last book I managed to finish was The Last Time I Lied, which was Muggle Studies Exceeds Expectations. I gave it 5 stars. I loved it. It's about a summoner camp. It's a thriller, 2 storylines. Don't want to say too much. Riley Sagan is definitely an auto-buy author for me. So in the end, I managed to read another 8 books, which I want to read 37. I believe I read 25 books, if I count it right. But because I missed some of the storylines, like some of the classes did not cover, because I didn't read the acceptable book and one of the other books. So for outstanding, I got Charms, Ancient Runes, Defense Against the Dungeons, History of Magic, Astronomy, and Divination. Exceeds Expectations, Muggle Studies, and Acceptable Potions. Any other classes that I didn't mention, I didn't make it on time. And I'm old school. I like to write in pen and paper. And like this one, Arithmancy, didn't count because I never made it to the acceptable book. Which sucks. I just ran out of time. Life happens. What can I say? And again, like, You'll Miss Me When I'm Gone didn't count. All those checkmarks kind of make me sad when I don't have 3 checkmarks in a row. I did not add up all the books I read, like the total amount of pages, because I DNF'd a few books, which probably could have checked off some other books if I found something I really liked. But things happen. I had a wedding. August was a busy month for me. So overall, 25 books is not bad in a month. How did you do for August? Any good books that you recommend? Thanks for watching and have a great day.